Title: At my daughter's graduation, my husband announced, "I've decided to start a new life without you." His girlfriend was sitting with our friends. Everyone went quiet. Start: I didn't flinch when he stood, not when he cleared his throat, not even when he said the words, "I've decided to start a new life without you." The room froze. His voice echoed against the walls of the hall, clashing with the applause that had just died down after my daughter's name was called. He looked proud of himself, chest puffed, chin lifted, a conqueror claiming new land. And then I saw her, sitting with our friends, his girlfriend, younger, smug, pretending to hide her smile. Everyone waited for me to break. I didn't. Instead, I smiled, a smile rehearsed 1,000 times in my head. "Congratulations on your honesty." Then I reached into my bag and handed him the envelope. White, plain, harmless, unless you knew what it carried. He ripped it open, his face drained. Then came the scream. We had been married 23 years. He was my partner, my anchor, the man who promised me forever. Together, we built a home, raised a daughter, paid for piano lessons and braces, endured layoffs and medical bills. I believed loyalty was our foundation. I believed him when he said late nights at the office were for us. I didn't notice the perfume at first, not mine, too floral. I didn't notice the extra miles on the car. But I noticed the way he stopped meeting my eyes when our daughter spoke about her future, as if he wasn't part of it anymore. The first time I saw the message, "I miss you already, last night was perfect," my body went cold. Not anger, not sadness. Cold, like a switch flipped. That's when the marriage ended. Not when he said the words, when I saw them on her screen name, glowing at midnight. I didn't confront him. That would have given him power. Instead, I learned to listen, to watch, to file away every slip of his tongue, every receipt left in a pocket. I played the quiet wife, the patient mother, the woman too distracted with chores to suspect. All the while, I was mapping his downfall. I hired a lawyer. Discreet, efficient. I gathered records, his credit card bills, his text logs, his hotel bookings. I found out her name, her address, where she worked. She was reckless, bragging to friends in messages she thought were private. Screenshots became my weapons. He thought he was clever. I was quieter. And quieter always wins. The first step was financial. I moved assets into my name, legally, quietly. Our daughter's college fund was untouchable by him. The house title adjusted with the lawyer's help. The second step was reputation. He was up for a promotion. His company valued family men. So I made sure HR received an anonymous packet. Photos, hotel receipts, texts, the kind of evidence that stains a file permanently. The third step was timing. I waited for today, graduation, the one day he couldn't miss, the one day his mask had to stay on. And the envelope? That was the final step. The ceremony was beautiful, my daughter radiant in her cap and gown. I clapped, cheered, took pictures. My husband sat beside me, hand twitching on his knee as if guilt was itching his skin. His girlfriend sat only 3 rows away, pretending she belonged. When the speeches ended, he stood. He announced his betrayal not as confession, but as victory. He wanted shock. He wanted control. He got silence instead. I smiled, handed him the envelope, and walked out. My heels clicked against the floor like a metronome. I didn't turn back. But I heard it, the rustle of paper, the intake of breath, the scream that followed. Inside was the full record, not just the affair, the offshore account he thought I didn't know about, the tax evasion, the falsified expense reports, copies sent to the IRS, to his boss, to the board of directors. He wasn't just losing me, he was losing everything. When he opened it, he realized his empire of lies was ash. He realized the woman standing in front of him wasn't Leek, wasn't broken, wasn't his to humiliate anymore. That scream wasn't heartbreak. It was the sound of a man watching his world collapse in public. By the time he stumbled outside, shaking, I was already gone. By evening, his phone was flooded. Calls from work, from the IRS, from friends who'd received their own copies of the evidence. His girlfriend disappeared before dessert. The promotion? Gone. The job? Suspended pending investigation. The money? Seized. The house? Legally mine. All he had left was the echo of his own arrogance. I watched my daughter later that night, laughing with friends, her future untainted by his choices. She didn't know the details yet. She didn't need to. All she needed to know was that her mother didn't break. As for me, I felt no regret, only clarity. Betrayal doesn't deserve forgiveness. It deserves precision. He thought he could humiliate me at our daughter's graduation, but I wrote the ending, and the ending was mine.